Please welcome your host for the evening, Gugulethu Mfupi.
Speak to a few of the representatives who might be in the room. We'll run through the numbers that have been returned by the top three companies and then take a look at a video which will reveal who those top three companies are. So in third place, ladies and gentlemen, this particular company returned 52,719 Rand. Second place company returned 53,570 Rand. And in first place, let's see how many of you might see. Yep, good numbers, right? Okay. Let's double check if you might have the stock in your portfolio, because then maybe you won't be too alarmed. But as mentioned, these are phenomenal numbers that come out of the top companies that we've analyzed and done calculations on. But of course, to make sure that we're able to identify who they are, let's take a look at the screen to unpack the numbers and the names behind those numbers.
For us, the biggest challenge is definitely the deteriorating global economic outlook. Now that has an impact on demand for our products and prices. It obviously also introduced rising costs to the business and rates, and then also cost of living for our employees in the way that they experience the day-to-day lives. Our priority in this regard is to try and future-proof our business as best as we can. Now, obviously, our assets are central in this. We've announced a 50 billion Rand investment program over the next 5 years, specifically to grow production at our best assets, to extend life of mine at our other assets. The RB Plats transaction is a very good example of mine life extension at our Rustenburg operation, and then also investment in our processing capacity, which for us is a competitive advantage, and we'd like to grow that by about 20% or so over the next 5 years.
The biggest challenge, I may say, was, as you would know, you would have read, was the merger and acquisition of the corporate action that has been raging for the past 18 months or so. When that happens in any corporate, it distracts people. It brings in uncertainty in the minds of people, your workers, everyone else. But also the market becomes uncertain. Is this thing going? Is it coming? The longer it takes, the more uncertainty is perpetuated. So what we did was to craft a strategy, communication and stakeholder management strategy. And the messaging thereof had to be appropriate to say, you guys made this company attractive, and that's why people want to buy you out. Why would they want to get rid of you all of a sudden once they buy? Because they buy the company because of you, and they would want to keep you in order for you to continue doing the good things that made them want to buy the company, that attracted to the company.
The last biggest challenge over the last year, it's probably industry growth. The renewable natural gas industry has grown measurably over the past year, increasing and changing the competitive landscape for project opportunities. Montauk has remained disciplined in its approach to selecting the organic and inorganic projects it invests in, providing economic stability and meaningful returns on capital at a variety of commodity and attribute pricing scenarios.
We live by a philosophy that it's only red tape if you decide it's red tape. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. You know, once you make a decision that you want to move forward with something, then it could easily become an excuse. So it's important that you decide and you deliberately make the decision that you're going to move forward. I think our RB Plats transaction is a good example of this. Entering into that contested process and understanding that we will have to go through competition commission processes, we're now a year into that. And many people and many organizations would not have followed through on that. But we backed ourselves to be able to move through this minefield. And I would say we're now near the end. So, making a decision to move past it and being deliberate about it is certainly the way we try and live our lives at Impala.
With that, Montauk's always retained its entrepreneurial spirit, its collaborative approach to its growth and development endeavors. It has an all-hands-on-deck approach that extends across the business, from evaluating new project opportunities to identifying optimization opportunities within its existing portfolio and generating confidence in those discussions surrounding those growth endeavors with host business partners, with finance syndications, and with its board of directors.
We don't have slow decision making in this company. We are lean and mean in the company. Right from the onset when we took over the company in 2010, when we IPO'd the company in 2008, one of the first things we did was to flatten the structures, to delegate the decision-making powers to the people who matter, people on the ground, particularly the mining operations. If decisions are not taken, somebody will take that decision.
I think South Africa is fundamental to us. The challenges in South Africa, specifically energy security, cost, the socio-economic dynamics that plays out with labor and communities, I think that is all well documented. But we are committed in South Africa. We think these things can be dealt with if we tackle them in the right way and we're all on the same side. But certainly I think it's important for an organization like us in a sector which has cycles to also be able to move into other jurisdictions. And we have done that by moving into Zimbabwe. We've recently gone into Canada. So the ability to diversify risk and to also exploit opportunities in these other jurisdictions is certainly a key part of our strategy. But we remain very, very committed to South Africa and dealing with the challenges in South Africa.
You want to sustain the trajectory barring any mishaps that might happen, because mining is in itself a hazard, unpredictable. You've got to keep focus. And one of the things that one should focus on is safety. If you can keep safety at the top, you almost won 50% of the battle in mining industry.
Environmental awareness and environmental stewardship are core tenets of Montauk's operational and growth strategy. Our company seeks the optimal approach to understanding the environmental needs and consequences of our host business operations, and we continually adjust our operations and technology deployment to ensure the effective capture and beneficial usage of harmful methane emissions.
Our company's largest asset is its employees. The ethos that we've cultivated across the organization, its management team, all over 130 employees, are the care and custody of the environment, an unwavering commitment to the health and safety of each and every one of the employees, our project stakeholders, creativity and enthusiasm that helps us identify, develop, and optimize new project opportunities as a comprehensive collective team.
After a period of working for a year without a fatal injury, in a very short period of time at our Rustenburg operation, we had 4-5 quick fatal accidents in succession. And that was a very sobering moment for us. And I think it sort of drove the point home that to keep the main thing, the main thing. You know, success breeds success, but it also introduces all sorts of distractions, and it's easy to lose focus on what's really, really important. And for us, making sure that everybody goes home safely every day is our number one priority, and recommitting ourselves to making sure that our diaries, our attention, our energy levels continue to be focused on that aspect, even when we're successful and even when we're setting new records in that area, you know, is very, very important.
Ooh, well, there you have it. That's the top 3 companies, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess the question is, who's at number 1? But I must tell you, looking at that video, it's really interesting to see the ongoing theme and trend, right, where resource companies have really dominated in the sphere, lifted, of course, by the performance of commodity prices. But of course, we're also grateful because their contribution to the fiscus has helped us get by within these difficult times in the last 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, to list the companies as we make our way to number 1, as we've seen, Royal Bafokeng Platinum, Montauk, and of course, seeing Impala Platinum there, we're going to list who the number 1 company is in the top 100 awards for this year. And in third place, ladies and gentlemen, this particular company managed to return 52,719 Rand. And truth be told, they've been the belle at the ball, with many of their peers fawning at them, looking to acquire their business. Royal Bafokeng Platinum. Tough one between number 1 and 2. While in second place, ladies and gentlemen, with a return of 53,570 Rand, one of the companies that has been in great pursuit of Royal Bafokeng Platinum, Impala Platinum at number 2. Well, clearly, I guess that tells us who the leader and the winner of the 2022 Top 100 company has been for this particular year, returning 93,049 Rand over the last 5 years on a principal investment of 10,000 Rand. Check your portfolios now. Let's see if you have it in there. Montauk Renewable Energies, ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause. Well, as you could tell, unfortunately, they haven't been able to be present here this evening, running their operations, as we know, being a multinational. However, there is a thank you video that we will play to acknowledge their participation and, of course, being the top company for 2022. Let's take a look.
Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Wow. We are thrilled and excited to have been announced the winner.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't be there again tonight, but we are absolutely astounded and thrilled and honored to receive this award.
Right. This is a testament to the company. We'd like to thank the Sunday Times for the process leading to this, and I'm actually a little bit short of words. This is a great result for the company.
Certainly. On behalf of Montauk, its employees, all of its stakeholders, we're proud, we're thrilled to accept the Top Company Award for 2022. We remain so excited for the future of the renewable natural gas industry and exciting for the prospects of the company to continue to identify and execute on opportunities to maximize value in the future. Thank you again. Congratulations. Thank you.